אנחנו במלחמה, ואנחנו ננצח בה.
תן לו ריבון!
الله أكبر! الله أكبر!
וואלה, אנחנו מנהסים!
Civilians must be protected and also never used as shields.
So in this moment, we must be crystal clear. We stand with Israel.
We are on the side of Palestine. We are not neutral.
Have you ever perhaps asked yourself this question to know why the US is so desperate to help people of Israel? Why the United States of America, they've been wanting to help Israel government in order for them to defend themselves against Palestinians? When we look well around the world, there is many countries which are going through the same situation as the one in Israel and Palestine. But how come the United States of America, they're so desperate to help people of Israel in order for them to fight Palestine and win this war? Why the United States of America, they're not doing this same thing with other nations, especially in Africa? We all know that Africa is where there's been a lot of conflict for so many years from different rebellion troops and the terrorists. But how come the United States of America, they never want to do the same as they are doing in Israel right now? What is the main goal of Joe Biden in all this? What will the people of the United States of America have to benefit from this war? We all know that the United States of America, they don't sow where they will not gonna reap. They don't invest where they know they will never gonna benefit. So these people, they are up to something, and we need to know exactly what is that one thing that motivates them in order for them to invest a lot of money in Ukraine and Israel. What are them benefiting from all this expense? Well, that is what we are going to find in this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to Cool Bears, welcome back to another video. In this video, we just want to focus on one thing, to know what are the benefits of the United States of America helping this nation. Before it was Ukraine, after Ukraine, now we are talking about Israel. What is their main target that is motivating them to have this kind of caring, this kind of support, this kind of love that we don't see them doing to the other nations, such as the African nations, which deserve to have this kind of support, but that is not the case? Why do they have only to go and give their support to these other nations? Why do they choose only these nations in order for them to invest their money on? Last week, President Joe Biden gave this message to the world.
Tomorrow, I'm going to send to Congress an urgent budget request to fund America's national security needs, to support our critical partners, including Israel and Ukraine. It's a smart investment that's going to pay dividends for American security for generations. Help us keep American troops out of harm's way. The security package I'm sending to Congress and asking Congress to do is an unprecedented commitment to Israel's security that will sharpen Israel's qualitative military edge, which we've committed to. We're going to make sure other hostile actors in the region know that Israel is stronger than ever and prevent this conflict from spreading. In discussions with the leaders of Israel and Egypt, I secured an agreement for the first shipment of humanitarian assistance from the United Nations to Palestinian civilians in Gaza. On Ukraine, I'm asking Congress to make sure they can continue to send Ukraine the weapons they need to defend themselves and their country without interruption, so Ukraine can stop Putin's brutality in Ukraine. We cannot and will not let terrorists like Hamas and tyrants like Putin win. I refuse to let that happen. In moments like these, we have to remember who we are. We are the United States of America.
In this message, Joe Biden was very clear. He spoke very loud. He was not afraid of anyone. He gave the message to tell the world that this is about the United States of America. This fight that is going on between Israel and Palestinians, it has to do with the United States of America. We're the one who are behind this. We're the one who are directing it, like a movie, of course. We're the one who are having the last word to say, if I have to put it in that way. And when he said so, his words had left a lot of confusion among the world leaders. Now, each and every leader have to choose which side they are. It is either you are with Israel or either you are with Palestinians. And that is how things have been all this time, because United States of America, if they position themselves against something, then they're expecting all their partners to do the same thing. But why do they have to go and do it only in these nations? I'm talking about Ukraine, I'm talking about Israel. It's not about like Africa, they're jealous or what, but the question is, in Africa, why they don't do the same? We have a problem in Sudan where we are about to experience a civil war. And this is where we're supposed to see United States, France, British, Germany, all these NATO nations coming together in order for them to make sure that there is a peace in Sudan. But why they don't do so? Obviously because they know there are reasons. Besides Sudan, we have the DRC, whereby we know that it's been more than 25 years now that there is a serious conflict there. What have them done over that side? Nothing, because they have their reasons. So we have many places. We have Mali, we have Chad, we have Burkina Faso. All these countries, you'll find out that there is a serious problem, there's a serious conflict, there is a serious war, which has been going there for some times. But they never put the same effort. They never send their humanitarian over there. They never send even a good solution that will come and help all these nations. For what reasons? Obviously because they have their own reasons. But why did they have to go in Israel and try to support people of Israel, try to put billions of US dollar on the table so that Israel will go and fight Palestinians? And we all know that Israel is more powerful than Palestinians. Israel on their own, they can perish that Palestine, because that's what they've been doing all these years. They've been taking the land of Palestinians, they keep on chasing them away, they eliminate each and every Palestinian people so that them will come and sit over. The map of Palestine, which everyone knows according to the history, it does not exist anymore, because the more they keep occupying all these locations, that is how the US, since they have the last word to say about all these things, they get to impose the United Nations, and the United Nations will approve whatsoever they are planning over there. But this time, with all the power that we know Israel have, because Israel is not a small country, guys, for your own information. Israel is a very big country. They are very powerful, especially when it comes to the secret service. Now, we sleep and wake up one day, they're telling us that no, Israel is being attacked by Hamas. The question is, Israel, as we all know that they are number one in the world when it comes to the secret service. The next thing they're telling us that no, that secret service, they failed their service. They could not see this coming. They could not notice the presence of Hamas attack. They did not have any idea. No one knows about it. They were all surprised. How possible is that? Me, up today, I still don't believe it. Because this so-called Hamas that they've been saying that no, they're the one who attacked Israel. What if there are people whom they had rented them somewhere, they paid them for them to come and attack Israel, so that Israel will have a reason to respond back or to engage himself in the war? Yes, remember, when you are having enemies, sometimes you might have an inside enemy, or you might use someone from within your people. You might use someone and send them in the mission. That no, look, so far we don't have a reason on how we can make these people disappear, on how we can take over this city. So in order for us to do this, since the world knows that we usually have conflicts with this nation, what about if we try to hate ourselves and make it look like it is them who did it? So that once the world sees that, then we'll be more free for us to act as well. Because the Prime Minister of Israel, when he came back in the media to announce and give the message saying that we are going to hit very hard, we are going actually to send a strong message to all our enemies around the world, so that they'll know that they're dealing with Israel. And Israel, we don't play. We are going to destroy. We're not going to leave a stone unturned. When he said all these words,
כינסתי את ראשי מערכת הביטחון, הנחיתי קודם כל לטהר את היישובים מהמחבלים שחדרו פנימה. הפעולה הזאת מתבצעת בשעות הללו. במקביל הוריתי לבצע גיוס מילואים נרחב ולהשיב מלחמה שערה בעוצמה ובהיקף שהאויב לא הכיר. האויב ישלם מחיר שהוא לא ידע מותו.
And the next things we are now seeing them striking even the hospital where there is innocent people. I'm not surprised by all this. This could be also a game where the United States of America, since they are up to something, and they had to go and work together with Israel. In order for you to understand what I'm trying to say by all this, let me take you back to Ukraine. Russia with President Vladimir Putin, they never really want to invade Ukraine. Not at all. All they wanted was to make the world know that this is the Republic of Russia and it is a place whereby you need to respect Russia because we are a big nation in the world. So they want to make sure that no other country can come and try to step them. And here, the country that we are referring to, that will be USA. It is the only country which want to dominate everyone around the world. So Russia, they were kind of like, they just want to make sure that, okay, do whatever you want to do. Join whatsoever association or group that you want to join. But please, don't threaten my security. Don't threaten my independence or my sovereignty. And as long as you do that, I don't have a problem with that. But on the other side, since the US, they've been looking for a good opportunity in order for them to engage in a war with Russia, did not find it, then they had to go and start looking for some neighboring countries around Russia where they'll call for this country to join NATO, knowing very well that the Russia with NATO, they don't get along because Russia don't want even that group to be there. But they had to go looking around. They try with Poland, they fail the first time. The next thing, they managed to get Poland, and they're like, okay, fine. Now that we get Poland, let us go to the next one, which will be Kyiv. So they went to Kyiv, and Russia's like, no, look, I'm not gonna allow you guys to come all the way here and start now threatening my security, because the moment when you come here, the next things will be you guys putting your military base here, and that's not a risk that I'll take, because normally that's not a risk that any country can take. If that was an easy idea or a good idea, if I have to put it that way, I don't think the United States will have a problem the moment when they find out that China, they are now trying to put their military base in Cuba. Recently, I'm not talking, this is not something that happened long ago. No, we're talking about 2 to 3 months ago. This thing happened when Cuba went to start doing the military cooperation with China, and they decided to place some China military there in Cuba. It became a serious problem because the United States of America, they were now scared. They were now complaining too much, saying that no, remember, Cuba is not far from Los Angeles, and if Cuba is there, which means the next things, they'll be able to start spying on us, there'll be blah blah blah. They give a lot of reasons. Even though they did all this, they failed because they were not able to control Cuba. Cuba does not get along with them. They're still having serious problem for many years during the time of Fidel Castro and many Cuban presidents who came in power. They never have that good relationship with the United States of America. So obviously they feel that that is kind of like they're being threatened, and they're trying by all means to make sure that Cuba does not work with China when it comes to this military cooperation. So if they're afraid to allow other nations to have their own military cooperation with other countries, what about Russia, which they've been trying to surround it with NATO nations? So that is something that Russia did not want, but they finally managed to enter or to surround Russia via Ukraine. They went in Ukraine, they did everything they could. Recently, you saw how President Biden have to go and ask a lot of money to the House of the United States of America so that they can prove these bills in order for them to support what's happening in Ukraine. So for them, They believe that no, an easy way to fight Russia, we need to be more close to him so that we'll control all the move they are doing. They don't want to use their country to turn it into a battlefield for war. Instead, they are preferring to use other countries. They are preferring to use other nations. That is how people of Ukraine, they are dying each and every day, all because they are having a president who have become a puppet president, who don't have nothing to... Imagine this man, how many times he show his good intention to have a proper negotiation with Russia. And China is supposed to be as a middle negotiator. But what happened? They did not even consider it, because the man, he had to go and report it to the United States of America. And the United States of America, they are the one who will tell him the last word. How many times even African leaders went there all the way, trying to bring peace? Who was willing to listen to even to African leaders? Americans, they kind of telling like this boy, like, no, don't do anything, don't even listen to them, don't worry, we got you. So that they're supporting him with guns, they're supporting with money, they're supporting with everything necessary. Do you know why they're doing that? Because it was their plans. They wanted to fight Russia. But in order for them to fight Russia, they need to be more closer to Russia so that they'll be able to go in whenever the chance is allowing them. And that is another thing Russia does not want. So, now, with this being said to you, you will understand the reason why they decided to help Israel in order for them to defeat Palestinians. Here now, it is not about Palestine. They are not the one that the US want to have. No, actually it's a small problem. It's a small problem for them, because as I gave you the example, I said, Israel by itself, it can neutralize Palestine. It can put them down, because they have done that already for so many years. They even managed to take the land from Palestinians, and they can do that even if they want to do that now. But why do they have to receive a help coming from America? Because there is a deal, according to our resource. There is a deal between United States of America and Israel. The deal is that we are going to stop an Arabic country which wants to become powerful. We are going to do anything in our power in order for us to neutralize this country. But in order for us to do this, we need to be more closer. We need to find a reason on how we can come in. And when we look in this Arabic region, there is no other country that it has a big influence or more powerful than Israel, because in there we're talking about Iran, we're talking about Israel, who've been fighting when it comes to leadership, who want to take over, who's doing good economically, who does what. So they've been kind of like trying to challenge each other. And the deal here is that United States, they're like, we are going to help you. You are going to do something, and that thing's gonna push you to fight the Palestinians. Once you are fighting them, you'll be taking all their territories. When taking their territories, as we are in the mission to attack Iran, and that it is the simple truth. I'm gonna demonstrate that in case maybe you don't follow me so far. So this is what was their mathematic, and it's still their plans. So what happened is that they had to make up a story which will allow Israel to attack Hamas, Palestinians. Once they are doing that, they'll be busy achieving their goals. They'll be busy occupying all the places where they know that, okay, these people are supposed not to be there at first. They have to make sure that they get everything in order. Once they're doing that, obviously, Iran will feel threat because their security will be put at risk. So to avoid that, Iran will have to find a way to stop or to engage themselves in this whole conflict in order for them to bring peace in that Arabic regions, as I explained you earlier on. So that is their missions, and why the United States have to come in and try to stop Iran. Of course, the United States of America, they are coming in to stop Iran because Iran, they've been working on developing the nuclear bomb. And that is something that they don't want, because these are the same people who try to fight it even in the United Nations by voting against nuclear bombs, because them they had fabricated a lot of it, and they had to come and put a new law saying that no nation is allowed to be inventing all these nuclear bombs because we don't need it anymore. But the one that they have not destroyed. The one that they have, all these countries, especially starting with America, they never destroy it. Why are they keeping it? So they're behaving kind of like you guys are having a stock fail. You eat from everyone. You have the money. Now when it is your time for you to start paying all these people, you start running away from them. And that is exactly the game that the United States, they've been playing all this time. Now you understand why they are so desperate to go ahead and help Israel. Because Israel on their own, they don't have any problem. They can finish Palestine. They can do whatever they want to do. But this time they need the help from the United States of America, because the United States of America want to engage in a war with Iran. Look at them on how they talk about each other. Look how they're doing things. The moment Hamas attack, the next things, them they are coming on media to say that no, Hamas did this attack with the help of Iran. What proof do they have about it? Something that just happened now. But the next things, they are confirming that no, Hamas did this with the help of Iran. Now as we are talking right now, Iran, they have already started threatening or giving a warning to Israel in order for them to stop whatever they are doing. Because Iran is not also going to take that risk of seeing the United States of America coming in their region and put plant instability. That's something that they don't want to take. So they are busy telling Israel that it is either you guys, you stop this now and find a proper way to deal with this, or either you guys, you will have to deal with us. So now you understand why these people, they're so desperate to have other nations, but they're not doing the same with Africans. Because they have their missions. And for Africa, they don't care, because they know that they have that control of coming in Africa, looting the African mineral, the resource, do whatsoever they want to do, and no one ever stop them. The moment Africans will start putting ourselves together, start behaving like the way we are seeing in Burkina Faso, Mali, start having some Pan-Africans such as Julius Malema and many more true Pan-Africans who are not sell out, I believe you will see things will change around. Even the way of treatment, the kind of respect that Africans were supposed to be having, it will change around. We'll be having another topic or another way of doing things. So it is now more clear. Now you understand why these people, they really want to help Israel, because they are up to something. So shall wait and see what will happen, and shall wait and see for how long this drama will continue. Because looking at it, hey, I'm telling you, things will last forever. Yes, things will last forever. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video up to now. It was very important that we discuss about this and try to give you also our point of view and try to make you understand exactly what game is the USA trying to play right now here after Ukraine, and now they have to jump to Israel. So we don't know after Israel what other nation that they'll jump to. So at least this should remain that yes, we have spoke about it, and or try to open your eyes so that you can have a different way of seeing things. But before you leave, do us a favor, make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed to the channel, because that's what we do in this channel. We talk about life in general, we talk about Africa, anything which has to do with Africa history, we're here to talk about, and this is how we get to help this beautiful mother country called Africa continent. So if you don't want to miss any of our video, you just have to make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn that ring button so that you can be able to always catch up our video whenever we upload one or whenever we're live. For now, continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.